Let's first take a look at Nate Silver, who is building those very well-known models for the US elections. Nate Silver made the post saying that yesterday he did run 80,000 simulations, and Kamala Harris won the Electoral College in 40,012, so 50.015% of the models that he ran through, or simulations that he ran through, and the other 39,988 were split between Trump and no majority, 269 to 269 tie, which practically speaking would also result for Trump in the US House. So basically a coin flip situation. Nate Silver's also said that there's going to be probably a good amount of people who will quote him saying that he predicts that Kamala Harris will win this election, where out of 80K simulations, she's ahead with 0.015%. So just basically ahead with 12 wins more than, or 12 wins more than 40K more than the mean point. So definitely a toss-up in Nate Silver's view. If we look at real clear polling, and we look at the top battlegrounds, which are Wisconsin, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Nevada, we actually see an average lead for Trump in those states of an average of 0.8%. Basically, the only states where he is behind, according to that polling data, would be Wisconsin and Michigan. If we then take a look at 270 to win, which is also a site that is aggregating poll data, we can see that out of the average of the last 25 significant polls, so the polls that this site determines as significant, Kamala Harris has a 1.2% lead, 48.4 over 47.2%. And obviously, looking at Polymarket's been a bit interesting because it seemed like some whales were very long on Trump, started to hedge their bets a bit. So we've seen them come quite close together on November 4th, yesterday, where Trump's lead was the smallest in a couple of weeks at just 55% versus 45%. But this spread overnight has gotten bigger again, and Trump is now significantly over 60% at 63% versus 37% for Kamala Harris. So polls basically, to sum it up, are saying it's a toss-up, it's a coin flip, and Polymarket is back to being bullish on Trump. Another final side note on that is Kobe. Someone in his comments yesterday asked him to take a bet. That person wanted to bet 5K on Kamala Harris at even odds. I wanted to take them up, but I didn't find anyone to be the middleman because it gave me better odds to bet on Trump than on Polymarket. Kobe did take him up on that bet, betting on Trump himself. So that's the current read of polling data, trading data, and prediction markets.
And Kobe data.
Yeah, that's the sentiment market data, whatever.
Kobe sentiment is like a separate category of sentiment that could potentially trump all the other sentiments. Okay, interesting stuff. Excellent breakdown. Really, really helpful. One follow-up question, Legendary, before I'd love to go to Whale for his thoughts on this and maybe open it up to the floor. We've got a lot of American political correspondents with us. We've got Funky with us. We've got Matt with us and Oxy too. Keen to hear some of your thoughts as well. If you've got something to share, just raise your hand. Might be able to hear from some of you. Legendary, which are you leaning more towards the Polymarket data here or the polling data? There's been lots of discussion about why, the pros and cons of both and the validity of both. What's your instinctive reaction to that question?
I think both are biased. It's not me not wanting to have a take, but typically polling data is underestimating Trump. And a prediction market is just a very sophisticated way to participate in a gambling betting market. And we've seen the swings in those. And so basically, Trump went from 50 or 46% to almost 70%, down to 55, back to 63, without fundamentally anything changing. It's just people rearranging their bets. And it certainly did not express that Trump's chances were up to 70% at any point in time. It's just people betting the money, hedging the bets. And I don't think that there is more validity in one or the other because both have a different kind of bias.